Coach Chris Hughton. I mean, as for Chris Hughton, the coach, I've had my say on Chris Hughton for a while. I said this before our game against CAR in Kumasi in the last game for the AFCON qualifiers, and I made my points very clear on Coach Chris Hughton and whether he's good enough, whether he's adding anything to our team, whether he's improving our team, whatever it is. I shared my thoughts on that, and I think it's only fair that I do indicate that for me, I have not been impressed with anything done so far by the coach. Yes, early days yet, we keep on saying, but it's been almost a year in charge. Not forgetting he was part of the team that even went to the World Cup, so he's part of the whole system together with the backroom staff. Didi has been around for all this while with Otto. So was Boateng also around. Even the goalkeeper's trainer, Richard Ole Kingston, has been around all this while. So it's not as though it's a new backroom staff. These guys have been around for all this while. They were at the World Cup. The only one who is not here is Otto Addo. He's the only one who is not part of the system as we have it now. So there cannot be for me any excuse on why we are still not seeing some basics. I'm using that word very, very well. On some basics. For me, it is not about the results. Friendly games for me have never been about the results, and I don't care about whether you lose or win. I just want to see some clear pointers. Some clear points that will convince me or convince us that the coach is indeed building something special, and that with time, we will reap results the way we want our results to go. But I'm looking at the Black Stars play in the recent matches they've played in, whether the AFCON qualifiers against our opponents. And our opponents were not opponents that you would have to so much break your back or break a sweat
not
to
like
win. We were playing against the likes
Africans.
of Madagascar, Angola, and then CAR. These sides are manageable. Yes, we do say there are no minnows in football, and it's the case. But there are teams that you should manage and not struggle to qualify to an AFCON with. Yes. So when you play, you see, so when you play against these teams in the qualifiers and you struggle, you don't win a single game away from home. It's important to. You don't win a single game away from home. Even the games you played at home and won, you struggle to win those games. And that's a fact. That's a worry there for some of us. We struggle as a nation to win in Kumasi against Angola. The game was 1-1 into almost injury time. When there was a free kick at the point, the ball was put into the box. There was a rush and immediately in the box. Then, fortunately, the ball fell to Semenyo, who had come on in the second half and got the winning goal for Ghana to make it 2-1 against Angola in Kumasi. That was a struggle against Angola. We won 2-1, but it was a struggle against Angola. Then there was CAR,
Central African Republic.
And again, we struggled to win that game as well. 1-1, they came and scored the first goal here in Kumasi. They scored the first goal in Kumasi. Kudus produced the magic and equalized for us before the break. Back from recess, we introduced Antoine Semenyo and the others who came on and brought some energy together with the new young man. Unfortunately, again, we had to struggle to win. It was, again, late in the game when the wonderful works of Semenyo led to the goal that was scored by Ernest Nuyama to make it 2-1 again against CAR when the game ended. And that's where the point is for me. When the game ended, in the post-match press conference, the coach of CAR made a very damning statement. For me, it was very damning. As though Ghanaians didn't really pay attention to what the coach said, and we made it look as though the coach was only being petty. That he had lost the game to Ghana and was only being petty with the comments he made. But if you have an opposing coach, a coach of CAR, after a game against Ghana in Kumasi, losing 2-1, say clearly that Ghana won the game because we were held by the referee, and that it is very, very poor that a Ghana Black Stars team can have all these quality players who play all over the world in the best of leagues, great players, and he made mention of some of them: Thomas Partey, Mohamed Kudus, Andre Ayew, Antoine Semenyo, the names I mentioned are players who play in the EPL. That's the best league in the world.
Top level football.
About 3 of them are playing in La Liga in Spain. Inaki Williams, Joseph Edu, what's the name? The midfielder you mentioned.
Baba
Idrisu. All playing in La Liga in Spain. Then you go to the French league. You have several of our players there. Alidou Seydou is in there.
And Esniama
is now in the French league.
Yeah.
You also have got a midfielder, Salis, in the French league. Even the young man, the smooth midfielder, you mentioned his name in the game against Nigeria.
Elisha.
He's in the French league, but in the second division.
Yeah.
Gideon's the second division of French football as well. You have all these boys. Bukhari is scoring fantastic goals in the Champions League for Red Star Belgrade. And yet, according to the coach, our team cannot play good football. And for him, it was bad that you have all these great players in one team, Ghana Black Stars, and you have a coach in charge, and he cannot get these players to play good football and win matches. And the coach from CAR indicated that for him, that was terrible, that they had to now rely on the referee to cheat and ensure Ghana won a game against them in Kumasi, even though I didn't agree the referee cheated for them, like for us, I mean. But
the merit of what he's saying was...
His point was that we played poorly with the quality of players we have as compared to his team, who are made of only second division players, mostly. We didn't take that wording from the coach seriously, but that was quite damning. Against Madagascar, we saw it. And in Antananarivo, we struggled. It's been about one of the terrible or the worst games I've watched the Black Stars team ever play. We drew goalless. I fear for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers, which kicks off in November. I fear really, because we are in a difficult group. Let's not kid ourselves. Even though we have again the CARs, the Madagascars, and the others in our group, there's a Mali. A Mali side who have got some great players in there, who when they are playing have a good coach that's still in charge and ensures they play well and win games convincingly. Unlike ours. And that's the worry. It's not about the results, but we are not showing anything. And Chris Hughton has I've been in charge for 6 matches now. 6 matches spread over about a year. 1 year. And like Dana said, we are not seeing any clear pattern of play that we can say, okay, this is how Chris Hughton's Black Stars play like. He's a coach who wants to play with a defensive approach. He wants to have more men at the back, pack the men at the back, and counter-attack, like we saw with Coach Milovan Rajovac when he was in charge of the Black Stars in 2010. It was clear. Ghana was a counter-attacking team. We packed the bars on a counter with deadly. You'll recall at the Nations Cup in Angola and the World Cup. That was typical of the coach's style, counter-attacking football from Milovan Rajovac. After that, we've had other coaches come in. Some want to go all out and play. But for some, it's a mixture of the two.
Not to cut you, just and the reason why that approach will not work and why we are struggling.
I don't even want, because I don't even know what system he's employing now.
Oh, okay, that one is true.
I don't know the system he's employing now, whether defensive, whether a hybrid, whether attacking. We're not seeing it. At one point, it's a 3-back. Another point, it's a flat 4-back. Are we attacking? Are we defensively minded? What is the approach? Because after 6 games, it should become obvious that this is how our coach wants to play his football. A blend of the two. As and when, we look at the position and we plan. But so far, we're not seeing that from Coach Chris Hughton. And to make matters worse, the team is not playing anything as impressively. They're not playing anything better. You watch the players who excite us over the place, over the world, and they come and they play and you wonder, are they the same? With the exception of Mohamed Kudus, perhaps, and now Antoine Semenyo, and you can add Nuama to it, who are beginning to bail us out from their individual brilliance. I repeat, who have been bailing us out with their individual brilliance. Kudus, Mohamed, Nuama, Ernest, and Semenyo bailing us out in the last couple of games with their individual brilliance. So when you meet an opposition like Mexico, who clamped down on Kudus, and Kudus has a bad day at the office, it meant the Black Stars had no option in attack. So we played a full 90 minutes. I repeat, we played a full 90 minutes plus added time. And the Black Stars had no shot on target. You see why we are worried? A full 90 minutes for the Ghana Blacks against Mexico in a friendly game in US.
No shot on target.
No shot on target. Why must we not be worried? That is where the issues are. It's not about the results for me. If we had played well, decent football, we were seeing the passing of play of the coach, everything was working, and we had lost by 3 goals, I wouldn't care. But over the period, seriously, apart from Kudu's magic, sometimes Nyama's magic, we don't seem to show anything. Even against Liberia in a friendly game here in Accra. So you saw that game against Liberia in Accra, Liberia. It came out to the brilliance of those names I mentioned. Semenyo, Kudus, and then Nyama. Again, their individual brilliance bailing Ghana out. And we cannot thrive in crucial games on that alone. So against Mexico, who are a well-drilled side, they couldn't bail us out. Semenyo could not. Kudus could not. Nyama came on, he could not. Because you met a well-drilled side who knew your weaknesses and knew that the team in an attacking area is about these names. You can add on when he's on. These 4 names. So work on them, put men on them. And when they are stopped, especially Kudus, when he stopped, the Black Stars team attacking-wise crumbles. That's all. But how can you be a coach and be deploying your team this way? So Chris Houghton, we love the fact that you are one of us. You have a Ghanaian blood in you. You are well-traveled, very experienced coach from the EPL, your days, Brighton, Tottenham, Newcastle, and the others. Brilliant, savvy. But like I said some time ago, we need to see that CV speak for itself on the field of play with the Black Stars team. And when I listen to the coach speak after the game, and I'll play it very, very soon for us to take a listen to, the excuse he gave, it made me fear even more. Let's take a listen to the coach speak after the defeat against Mexico